So apparently my microphone was not working on the first go round of this. So what I'm going to do is take a break and we'll pick it up from segment 2. But we're going to get this figured out. I set everything up the way everything is supposed to be set up. I know I did. I checked everything before I came in here. I checked it last night, and somehow it's not working today. Well, I'll put a stop to that. We'll pick it up from segment 2 when y'all get back.
This is Brett, and you're watching Shady Sports Network. Tune in, hit that like button.
You might wonder, what do these guys do? Player signing announcements. I never in a million years thought you would actually come on to break this news. So without further ado, go ahead and tell everybody what happened today.
Yeah, man. I just had to work out with the Cincinnati Bengals. Signing me right out.
Without further ado, I'd like to announce that, I'll be taking my talents to Salina Liberty.
This just in. The Major League of Football is reportedly collapsing, unable to pay hotel room bills, with players being kicked out of their rooms and hotel managers asking them to leave voluntarily without issue.
And then we got Lions wide receiver Williams is debuting this week as a starter. That's something to look at as far as the eye test goes. And then another one on the eye test is Mostert might be coming back to Miami. And we can see if he has a role in this offense and see if he can be viable for the next couple weeks coming and help us in the playoffs and possibly towards a championship. That would be very nice because he's sitting on my bench right now.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best. Smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Talk Monday.
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Yeah, what in the all types of blue hell happened earlier? I don't know. But the problem has been solved. We have sound now. Victor just told me that he can hear me. Victor, my longtime engineer, said, "We hear you now." And I get to read this. This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. And he put 2 A's in the Kang so he can get the 7-digit phone number. 28 after the hour. And got a few things to do before hour 2, before the madness starts. And one of the things I'm going to do is, I don't know, make my friend in Chicago angry, because with a recent trade, very recent, of the Bears giving up that #1 overall pick, the good news is they are all the way invested in one Justin Fields. That's the good news. The bad news is they coupled him with DJ Moore. Good Lord. Time for Snowman's Take, and this time it's presented by Starbucks of Columbus, Indiana. Okay. What the hell are the Bears doing? Okay. They get this is a franchise that has yet to get it right since 2010. This is a franchise that has failed the fans over and over and over and over again. The most recent failure, they traded down from the #1 pick. I'll say it again, and I said it at the top of the segment, and I will say it again. The good news is they traded down from the #1 pick to the Carolina Panthers, and we all know what Carolina's going to do. Well, everybody's speculating what Carolina's going to do. And they got a haul of draft picks. That's the good news. There are 2 pieces of bad news with this equation. Number 1, some of the draft picks you won't use until later years. Number 2, and most importantly, they couple Justin Fields with DJ Moore. And I've seen a lot of Chicago media. I've seen a lot of Chicago fans say DJ Moore, and I can't believe I'm going to repeat this aloud. They're saying that DJ Moore is and will be the #1 wide receiver for the Bears this coming season. And my buddy Cravante Hurd from the Flex Zone provided a stat to me, which kind of echoes that point. The stat that he gave me is this. Given DJ Moore's numbers with the Carolina Panthers, and he was a #3 receiver with the Carolina Panthers, not a #1, he still would have damn near set every Bears receiving record. What the hell does that say about the receivers the Bears have had since 1985? And of course, you know the pair that they had in 1985, Dennis McKinnon and Willie Gault. What does that say about the receivers the Bears have had since 1985? Okay, what does that say about the failed experiment about turning Devin Hester? Yes, that Devin Hester, who should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, into a wide receiver. Victor said it best, my longtime engineer, and who still is my engineer for Snowman Multimedia. Victor said it best, and it goes. Matter of fact, let me do Victor some honor here. Let me do Victor some honor. Victor Locke, Vicar Locke, according to Ray Ray, said it best when he said to me, quote, the Bears effed up Devin Hester's head by giving him wide receiver routes instead of letting him be the all-time all-pro kick returner that he is. Close quote. My next three words are as follows. Find the lie. We don't know what the hell's going to happen with this Bears offense, such as it is, until they solve the one glaring problem that they have had for multiple seasons. And that one glaring problem that the Chicago Bears have had for many a season, lack of an offensive line. I will compare this to the team that I cover. How do you think the 49ers are able to run the ball as well as they did the latter half of the season? The line came together. That's obvious. You have to build from the line out. That's what the 49ers did for years. That's what the Cowboys did in the 90s. Jimmy Johnson was given full autonomy to build that team into a dynasty, which he did, and built from the offensive line. Tuane, Newton, Giesick, who is the right guard? Kevin Gogan and Eric Williams. Remember those five? Just like Colvard, Bortz, Hilgenberg, Thayer, Van Horn, the 85 Bears offensive line. Wallace, Sapolu, Cross. I'm drawing a blank. McIntyre and Harris Barton. 49ers offensive line of the 80s. Switch Steve Wallace with William Bubba Paris after Wallace suffered his injury in Super Bowl 23, and they still had a kick-ass offensive line. Until the Bears decide to grow a set and fix the offensive line, then Justin Fields will not only A, run for his life, but B, run the hell out of Chicago. And if you think about it, it's kind of an indictment against Ohio State quarterbacks since Craig Krenzel. I don't even put Cardale Jones in this equation. Cardale Jones was thrown into the fire in 2014 after an injury. After an injury to who? Braxton Miller. Braxton Miller shifted to H-back. That didn't bode well because Ohio State didn't get back to the playoff. And I believe hasn't been back to the playoff. So what's that say about Justin Fields? You know, my buddy John Zaglol, I'm going to get him to join me on the afternoon show, and y'all are going to hear that conversation here on the morning show when I get it all together. Listen to me now. Just listen. I will never say that Justin Fields lacks talent. I'm saying Justin Fields can't throw the damn ball further than 10 yards. Part of it is on Justin Fields, and the other part is on the offensive line making him run for his life. Why do you think Justin Fields set the Bears record for rushing by a quarterback? The Bears truly haven't had a quarterback since Jim McMahon. And the 8 years they spent with Jay Cutler spent half of that time on his ass. Part of it is because they didn't protect him. The other part is Jay Cutler was just not a good quarterback. From Santa Claus, Indiana to Vanderbilt University to the Denver Broncos, and Cutler was a part of that infamous two-touchdown return game by Devin Hester, where Todd Sauerbrunn, who we haven't heard from since then, said, we're not afraid to kick to Devin Hester, and you kicked to him twice, and Hester turned them both into touchdowns, you stupid fool. It's the utter stupidity. I'll say it again. It's the utter stupidity of the Chicago Bears to not fix the one thing that held up for them for 10 seasons. The offensive line. To not fix the one thing that held the Cowboys up through their small dynastic run and that has held up for the San Francisco 49ers in their dynastic run. An offensive line. Why do you think the Philadelphia Eagles run the ball so well? Their offensive line. Why do you think the Washington Redskins ran the ball so well with John Riggins and later Timmy Smith? The offensive line, a.k.a. the Hogs. I had someone ask me a while ago after the Bears drafted Justin Fields, and the public outcry was for the Bears to give him the ball. What do you think of Justin Fields? Well, here's the answer I gave him, and here's the answer I give to Bear fans. Justin Fields is done for. They haven't protected him. They won't protect him. And until the Bears grow a set and actually say, you know what, we need to get an offensive line together, then Justin Fields will run for his life and run the hell out of Chicago. And the Bears have failed a franchise quarterback, the person they deem to be their franchise quarterback. This is a make or break season for Justin Fields, and this is a make or break season for the Chicago Bears offense. If Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles don't put their heads together and think, hey, we need to get a line so we actually look like we know what the hell we're doing, then you can forget it. And I dare someone to tell me different. That's Snowman's take. What's yours? I'm sick of people telling me Justin Fields is the man. He's not the man. He's not the man until the Bears protect him. And if the Bears don't protect him, that's trouble. Bonus take is, until the Bears get an offensive line, Justin Fields will continue to run for his life, and he'll run his ass out of Chicago, and rightfully so. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
We're here. Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Cole will join me hopefully in a little bit. Let's go to the Fanatics feedback zone because I went completely off on why the Bears failed Justin Fields. I mentioned Devin Hester, and Victor Locke has this comment. It's two different mindsets between a return man and a wide receiver. Yeah, it's true. Sick Diggy joins us from Norway. The offense is nothing without the offensive line protecting the quarterback as well as creating holes for the running backs to rush through. Mike Ditka, Ryan McCoffey says Mike Ditka is on record with why he drafted Jimbo Covert when asked who protected Dan Marino in college, and the rest was history. Part of one of the best offensive lines ever. Yep, 85 Bears. Who protected Dan Marino? There you go. And the Bears were titans when it came to the run game. Thomas Jones, Cedric Benson, Matt Forte, etc. Don't forget Walter Payton and Matt Suhey basically started that tradition. Sick Diggy says Justin Fields needs to leave Chicago. It's unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. But that's probably what's going to happen for Fields to save his career. Unless, as I said, the Bears grow a set and figure out they need an offensive line. But I don't trust this staff to get it right. Victor Locke says, unfortunately, you may be right, Sick. This coming season will dictate whether Justin Fields should be to stay or go. Real Wise TV, good morning once again, and thank you, Wise, and thank you, Victor, for catching the problem earlier this morning. Bears morale, according to Victor, is Justin Fields leaves Chicago, goes to another team, and make hay somewhere else. Yep. And I pretty much have the location of where he could be. I'll reveal that at a later date. Welcome back, Wise. Victor says, is Cole not joining us this morning? He is probably swamped with work right now. Sig Diggy says, Snowman, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears offensive line is purposely sabotaging Fields. Does Fields even see eye to eye with his teammates? Do they even respect him or his leadership? Those are two great questions. Those are two absolutely great questions. Matter of fact, hey, chat, do me a favor. Not only let me know where you are watching or listening from, but let me know your questions about Bears leadership, even if it's from afar. Even if you are not in Chicago, let me know your thoughts about the Bears leadership. Are they ever going to get it right? Is the Chicago Bears leadership, and of course you know who's in charge there, are they ever going to get it right? Ryan McCarthy, one more time. I've had the same thoughts with the Jets regarding Zach Wilson, Sick Diggy, but I wonder if part of it is Zach Wilson just a bad pro quarterback. Well, Mr. McCarthy, I hope you have your answer. These frustrations of Snowman Multimedia is brought to you by Chicken Wing Hair Plugs. Forget peacocking, go to roostering. And that's part of my frustration because I hate bad football. And that's what's happened with the Bears. In association with Chicken Wing Head Shaver, drop the lace front and embrace the baldy. I'm already bald, so I've embraced that. Bob Hildberg joining me, Patriots historian, whom I will have on again at a later date. Says, good morning from Boston. Good morning to you, my friend. But let's have a discussion about this. Besides me going completely off about the ineptitude of the Bears front office. Had something else planned. I'm going off script here. I gotta know, how inept do y'all feel the Bears are for not fixing the one problem that has plagued them? I mean that. It's plagued them. The one problem that has plagued the Bears for years, lack of an offensive line. Victor Lott brings a great comment when he says the Bears have been resting on their laurels since 1985 in the Super Bowl shuffle. Find the lie. Not even the Bears NFC Championship team of 2006. Because they should have closed that deal against Indianapolis. They had them down 14-6 in the Super Bowl in Miami in the rain. That defense should have closed that deal, but they let Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne get loose. And that's that. And then a former Chicagoan, Kelvin Hayden, picked off Rex Grossman. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. Kelvin Hayden picked off Rex Grossman, took it back to the house, sealed the deal. 29-17 Colts. They win the world title. We got more comments coming in. Thank you all. Thank you to the Feedback Zone presented by Fanatics. This portion of Snowman Going Ham is brought to you by Darvin Ham Sandwiches. When you need sustenance to ride your best player to an L, trust in Darvin Ham Sandwiches. God, I love that. They need to draft a lineman from Boston College, says Bob Hildberg. They need to draft lineman, period. If you supposedly think that your answer is DJ Moore, that should tell you everything you need to know right there. Then draft some offensive linemen. Prove it. That is a question that only the head coach and especially the offensive coordinator can answer. Well, we haven't had an answer yet. Not since 1985. Have not had an answer yet. Haven't had an answer yet. One more time from Victor and Rex Grossman, who can throw the ball far but couldn't throw the ball smartly. Yep. And Ryan McCarthy, one more time, I would take any Florida quarterback from the Steve Spurrier area, including over Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, do you really? This is for Ryan. Do you really want to trust Zach Wilson under center again for another season, only to be pulled and have the reins given to someone else? No, me neither. Me neither. So not only are what the hell the Bears are doing, what the hell are the Jets doing? You know, Cravante asked me that last night. What the hell are the Jets doing? And why are they doing it? And why are they doing it? There's a Colts fan here next to me. I'm sporting the Indianapolis Colts myself. I'd like to know what the hell the Indianapolis Colts are doing. But only Dr. K can answer that. It just seems unfair to me. And you know what? Not to me. It seems unfair to Justin Fields to be running for his life this often, this early in his career. I mean, Justin Fields ain't Steve Young. All right, let's just get that out of the way. Justin Fields is not Steve Young. And if you expect Justin Fields to put up the numbers passing wise that Steve Young has, think again. You just tell me how the hell that's going to work. And while I'm spending time on Justin Fields, you know, a lot of people are going to get upset at me. Well, Justin Fields isn't Michael Vick either. Ain't that the truth? While I'm talking about Justin Fields and spending a little more time on said quarterback, has he thrown more than 5 passes over 35 yards this past season? Did he do that? Or did I see things? Did I see things incorrectly? Because he hadn't, I believe this to be true. And I got a lot of people in the comments section that will call that statement out if I'm wrong. And I'd like to happily be wrong. I'd like to happily be wrong. When I say Justin Fields hasn't thrown more than 5 passes over 30 yards. And I'm not talking about yards after catch either. I'm talking about 35 yards straight downfield. I mean that. I absolutely mean that. It's frustrating, I know, for Bear fans. I mean, Bears fans are just as frustrated as Cub fans since 2016. And I'll give you the one game that has had the Bears reeling. Reeling. It was January 2011. Soldier Field. You get the Green Bay Packers in your house for the NFC Championship. Green Bay gets the ball first. And in 7 plays, they march right down the field and stick it in the end zone. And the Bears have not recovered since then. I mean, you want to be perfectly honest? You want me to be perfectly honest? They had a franchise quarterback by the name of Mitchell Trubisky. They just had the wrong person calling the plays. I'll say it again. They had a perfect franchise quarterback in which they got fleeced into selecting in Mitchell Trubisky. They had a franchise quarterback already. They just, A, didn't protect him, and B, they had the wrong person calling the plays. Matt Nagy, hello. I mean, if they had a real offensive coordinator, someone that actually concentrates on the offense and puts a good game plan in place, Mike Shanahan, Mike Holmgren, hello. Someone that puts a good game plan in place, then Mitchell Trubisky would still be a Bear. If they actually put the right pieces around him, like an offensive line, hello. I don't trust the Bears, nor should Bear fans trust the Bears staff and their ineptitude to get this right. I do not trust them to get this right. Even if an offensive lineman falls in their lap at number 9, they're going to screw it up. I hope that to not be the case. I really hope that to not be the case. But until I see different, these are my thoughts on the Chicago Bears and these are my thoughts on the Chicago Bears front office.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Later on today,
LJPN is sponsored by HoFacts. Before she hoe, and you gotta know, tell her to show me the HoFacts.
as I said, that is later. Coming up in a few minutes. Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. Period. Oh, and by the way, to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns, this coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out. That's the most brilliant thing I ever saw. In the face of John Morant. And John Morant has ruined his career. Oops. It's top of the hour, and hour 2 starts right now. Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2 was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. Stupid University, where everyone is left back. Thank you, Ryan McCarthy, for that. Ay. Hour 2 of this Wednesday craziness going on right now. And I want to thank y'all for joining us. You know what's coming up in about 5 minutes from now. But I'm going to spend a little more time on how important an offensive line is. Ah, jeez. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to prime the pump a little bit for what I'm going to do here during hour two. So supposedly their Kang is returning to the floor. I don't I don't know. I really don't care. I really don't freaking care. I don't fracking care. Thank you, Tom Grossi. How the Lakers don't make the playoffs. I just don't want them to make playoffs. Is this bias of me? Why, yes, it is. Is this wrong of me to be so biased, according to a lot of social justice warriors, social media fans, sports fans? Why, yes, it is. Ask me if I give 2/5 of a half of a damn. Ask me if I give 2/5 of a half of a damn of why my bias seems to come all the way out when it comes to him. And the him I'm talking about is, of course, LeBron James. I can actually cuss because it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. And am I chomping at the bit? You damn right I am. You damn skippy I am. Because a couple of trolls gave me a challenge. And the challenge I said was that I could name 5 forwards that are fundamentally better than LeBron James, which I still can, which I will. I'll take that challenge and then some, because apparently, these bronsexuals still believe this, and I can't believe I'm going to do this without my partner, but I have to. The utter blasphemy. Because I won't even read the prior statements because they just feel that it's all about this. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James is still the best basketball player in the world. My next 4 words are these. Who told this lie?
Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson is brought to you by Penis Water for the ebbs and flows of life. Trust Penis 15 Water.
Matter of fact, if you want to look, I'm turning 51 this year. I've been spoiled by great basketball. I've been spoiled by great basketball players. Here's my thought on LeBron James here and now.
Trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 trays.
Now, that is my thought on him here and now. And I know people are, you can't say that about him. Yes, I can. Matter of fact, the hell with a warm up, because the usual warm up is with Braun Joy Juice. Y'all know that. The hell with a warm up. On your mark, get set, go.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
All right. Let's do this doggone thing. Bronzexuals, I need you to hear me and hear me well. All right? Hear me and hear me well, Bronzexuals. I can unequivocally name at least 5 forwards that have played a better brand of fundamentally sound basketball at their position than LeBron James has. I've never heard Brent Musburger mention LeBron James as the king, though he said that about Michael Jordan 2 years before his first title. Anybody remember game 1 of the 1989 Eastern Conference Finals? Anybody remember that clip? Good. I do too. I watched it live. Now, before I get into my list of forwards that are better than LeBron James, and this is going to be a 2-part Bronzexual Confession special since my partner's not here, let me explain something that James Worthy, Hall of Fame forward James Worthy, Hall of Fame Laker, which LeBron James will never be, Hall of Fame Laker James Worthy said he was better than Jordan for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And people want to call Jordan a bum. Let's see. 1 national championship, 2-0 in the Olympics, 6-0 in the finals. That's 8 championships. That's double the number of championships LeBron has ever earned. Granted, all 4 of LeBron's have been in the NBA, but come on, let's be serious. I'm all over the place, so bear with me. Let's be serious. How many championships did LeBron James actually earn? You want the right answer? 1. 1. And that was 2013 when he actually hit a jump shot to put away the San Antonio Spurs. And the Spurs put themselves in that peril by not making free throws. Kawhi Leonard, I'm looking at you. Although Kawhi Leonard redeemed himself a year later by locking up LeBron James, the supposed greatest small forward of all time, which is a lie. Let me just get into my list here. I know I said I can name 5 small forwards that played the position better than LeBron James. I'm actually going to double down on that. I'm going to name 10 of them. Some who I've named already, some I have not. Now, I based my list on their ability to hit a jump shot, their ability to play in the post, their ability to play defense. 3 things that LeBron James does poorly. Very, very poorly. All LeBron James is a bull in a china shop. Now listen, Bron sexuals. Let me go over the names that I've already mentioned that play a fundamentally sound, better forward than LeBron James. The first one I'm going to give you is Larry Bird. Smooth as silk jump shot. Was slow as molasses on the court, but you weren't going to outwork him. You weren't going to outplay him. He told you exactly what he was going to do, and he did it. He trash talked you and then backed it up. I mean, he told somebody from the Washington Bullets one time, I'm going to hit a 20-footer right in your face, and we're going to walk off in double overtime. What does he do? He hits a 20-footer right in the guy's face, and they walk off. Scottie Pippen, another small forward, the person who defined the term point forward. Thank you, Phil Jackson. Could bring the ball up the court, had great handles, had a jump shot. Oh, did I mention that about Larry Bird too? Yeah, he had a jump shot. Let's see. Let's see. What else could Scottie Pippen do? He could take you in the post. He did that with no problem. What else could Scottie Pippen do that a lot of these other forwards can't do? Oh, yeah, penetrate, get down the lane, make the right basketball decision. You want to say LeBron James's IQ is off the charts? Wrong answer. Matter of fact, let me do this the right way. And Cole Johnson, I'm going to pay you some honor here. For those of you who actually think that LeBron James has a great basketball IQ,
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
and
Right.
let me see. Who else? James Worthy, quickest first step in history as a forward, a thoroughbred who could run the floor and did run the floor with those Showtime Lakers. And oh, by the way, the only thing I got to mention about James Worthy is the fact that he was the first player to clinch a seventh game in the finals. Y'all know my next four words, with a triple double. Oh, you missed those four words? Let me say them to you again. With a triple double. James Worthy did that. Let's see. That's three. Let's see. Who can I put in the fourth? Who can I put in the next slot? Oh, yeah. Thomas Dwayne Chambers, a.k.a. Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers was one of the best original stretch fours I ever watched. The person I can name before him would be Jack Sikma. Now, I know a certain bronze sexual troll is going to get so angry with me for saying that, but I prefer to speak the truth and shame the devil. Because Tom Chambers played a damn good small forward position better than LeBron James ever did. Ever. Hell, Tom Chambers can have a bad game and he put up 36 points. A little post play, a little footwork, a jump shot. I mean, Tom Chambers started his career with the San Diego Clippers, got better when he got to the Seattle Supersonics, exploded and blossomed when he got to the Phoenix Suns. Where can you say LeBron James has gotten better besides 4 years in Miami? Oh, yeah, you can't. Let's see. That's four. There's Alex English, smooth, sharp shooting forward out of South Carolina, spent his entire career with the Denver Nuggets. I just gave you 5 forwards right there. Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen, James Worthy, Tom Chambers, and Alex English. 3 of those 5 forwards are multiple-time champions. Now let me go through forwards 6 through 10. There's Bernard King. And the only thing that besieged Bernard King were injuries to his knees. I mentioned another one already, Jack Sikma, an original stretch four who had a pivot jump shot in the post that can actually post people up. And you know the best part about Jack Sikma's game? You know how he extended it? He added a 3-point jump shot, a consistent one. He worked at it and worked at it and worked at it. He blossomed with Seattle, got better with the Bucks. Because he actually can shoot the darn basketball. Well, how about that? Well, y'all don't want to hear me though. Jeez, why did I say that aloud? Well, y'all don't want to hear me. Let's see. Another small forward who played the hell out of small forward but did it fundamentally. Tim Duncan. 7 feet tall, out of Wake Forest, had a bank shot out of this world. Oh, and he can post you up. And he had great footwork. And he can actually play the game of basketball correctly, which resulted in his election to the Hall of Fame. Let's see, 99, 2003, 2007, 2014. Yeah, 4 championships. Why am I thinking 5? 99, 2003, 2007, 2014. Yeah, that's 4 championships. Wait a cotton picking minute. I'm missing one, I think. No, I'm not missing one. I'm not missing one. Or as Ray likes to say, T. Ducker. That's Tim Duncan to you. And he ain't trash. And I'll give you a current small forward who is unfortunately besieged by injuries, but can play the hell out of the small forward position better than Yo Kang can. His name is Kevin Durant. Now, the only knock I have on Kevin Durant is that he shouldn't have left Northern California. But a 7-foot forward who can run the floor, hit a jump shot, and post you up, yeah, those are 3 requirements to be on my list. And Kevin Durant can post you up. You may not think he has the frame to, but he can. And he can pass out of the post very, very well. As I said, very, very well. Let's see. Small forwards who could play better than LeBron James. There's Dominique Wilkins. I mentioned Larry Bird. Mentioned Scottie Pippen. How about Larry Nance? Anybody remember him? Number 22? How about Larry Nance? How about Mark Aguirre? I mentioned Alex English. Hell, how about Kiki Vandeweghe? How about Dan Issel? They both can play small forward better than LeBron James can. They can run circles around LeBron James. My illustrative point is, bronzesexuals, I can go on and on and on and list you so many players that played the position of small forward much better than LeBron James ever did. And I say did because LeBron James is cooked. LeBron James is done. To put it bluntly, LeBron James is trash. as a basketball player. Oh, y'all Bronsexuals didn't hear me. Let me say it again, loudly. LeBron James is trash as a basketball player and has been for 20 years. So in other words, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. It is your fault, LeBron James, that the NBA is in the peril that it is in. It is your fault, LeBron James, that the 10-wing forward league that we see right now is because of you. It is your fault, LeBron James, that your game has never evolved. All you have been is a bull in a china shop. That's it. But even that has a shelf life. And somehow you've been able to extend your shelf life by taking PE, by actually working out. I'm sorry, I nearly slipped. By actually giving a damn, you actually gave a damn about your body. Give you kudos for that. I've always said LeBron James is a fabulous athlete. But as far as being a basketball player, he sucks. He blows. He's a 6'9", 260-pound. I will not cuss. 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 There. That's what LeBron James is. And you Bronsexuals are fools. Fools, I tell you. To actually think that LeBron James deserves a Hall of Fame election. But he's probably going to get in because of the quote-unquote impact he's made on the league. Let me tell you something. This basketball fan seems to think, and also has stats to back him up, that he doesn't belong. I didn't like them apples. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
Now I feel better. Who knows? I may have to couple it with another one. I just might have to do that. In fact, I will. Back in a flash.
This is Brett, and you're watching Shady Sports Network. Tune in, hit that like button.
You might wonder, what do these guys do? Player signing announcements. I never in a million years thought you would actually come on to break this news. So without further ado, go ahead and tell everybody what happened today.
Yeah, man. I just had to work out with the Cincinnati Bengals. Signing me right out.
Without further ado, I'd like to announce that, I'll be taking my talents to Salina Liberty.
This just in. The Major League of Football is reportedly collapsing, unable to pay hotel room bills, with players being kicked out of their rooms and hotel managers asking them to leave voluntarily without issue.
And then we got Lions wide receiver Williams is debuting this week as a starter. That's something to look at as far as the eye test goes. And then another one on the eye test is Mostert. It might be coming back to Miami. And we can see if he has a role in this offense and see if he can be viable for the next couple weeks coming and help us in the playoffs and possibly towards a championship. That would be very nice because he's sitting on my bench right now.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Clap, you seals. I'm sorry. Halfway home during hour number 2, and oh dear Lord. See, they will push. LeBron plays a bad game and comes away with 8 points. 8! I can't do the full Lewis Black thing in here. But Vic knows where I got it from. Alec English. Oh, gosh. Alec English. Trace. Shut up, Ryan. Although I know where you got it from. They will push LeBron to be first ballot Hall of Famer. Oh, I know. I've unfortunately resigned myself to that unfortunate fact that even though LeBron is a trash-ass basketball player, they're going to push him to be first ballot Hall of Fame. They're going to push him to be first ballot Hall of Fame, and he doesn't deserve it. Hey, let me say that again. Let me say that out loud. They're going to push LeBron James to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he does not deserve it. He does not deserve any Hall of Fame election, no matter what number of ballot it is. Now, why do you think these bronzexuals are going to be mad at me if I say that aloud and proudly? I'll tell you exactly why. Because they feel in their heart of hearts, God help me, that he actually does deserve to be a Hall of Famer. Ah, shut up.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity
shut up.
is brought to you by
He
Hooked
does
on
not
Bronix.
and should not.
When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN. Now approve all this.
Thoughts, suggestions, questions? Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, the FNAF Feedback Zone. Good morning.
I hate you.
Good morning, radio.
I absolutely hate you for that, but I love you at the same time. So you know what my request is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN. Now approve all this.
I thought you and Victor would like that.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. Paid for by the city.
Dead. Again. Thank you, Victor.
You are an absolute idiot, and I love
Thank you, Sick.
absolutely brilliant. I call you an idiot in fun because of your evil genius. That was evil, but it was freaking genius, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just sitting there going in, and all of a sudden my screen goes dark, and I see that ad.
I figured you would like that.
I Ray LJPN, and I approve all this. You a nut. And you wonder why I approve. You wonder why I appointed you. I didn't approve you. I appointed you my executive producer because of comedic timing like that. And then you. I know your wife has said this to you, as my wife has said it to me. Then you try to act all innocent.
What?
Don't what me. You can't even try to tell that lie with that smile, as I often tell my children. You can't even try to tell that lie with that smile, as I often tell my children.
Oh,
Don't try that with me. I did Gilbert Godfrey put it on an episode of Hollywood Squares. You fool! Oh my God, I'm crying from laughter over here. You are an idiot, and I love you.
Well, I just had to find where it was exactly and find the script and then polish it up a little bit. And
How long did it take you to put that together?
that one took about an hour because I wanted to find out exactly how the script was. And so I was like, okay. Well, now I gotta find the right parts for it. And of course I had to create the right image.
Yes.
For Hooked on Bronix.
And you had the right videos too with the guy on the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, that's freaking genius. See, Victor just said that. I knew that's why Cole wasn't here at the beginning. You always have this knack. Y'all always have this knack when I get on a roll of just breaking me. And then you insert that ingenious ad. Matter of fact, play it again. Give it to me. Give it to me.
All right. This
Give it to me.
Of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. All right, real LJPN. Now approve all this.
It was like you live it just as hard the third time as you did the first.
I'm telling you, man, when my screen went dark on this end, and I saw the notification, and then I see and hear this moment of bronze sexual stupidity, I was gone. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner Cole Johnson has done it again. In the year since I appointed him executive producer, and in the year plus that I appointed him my official radio partner, he does that. And I thought I was going to be late this morning because I had to run an errand for my daughter. She did a sleep study last night, and I had to get it to the doctor so they can get it in the courier box. And then this morning, when I got everything connected and I rolled at 8:05, there wasn't any sound. So we're going to go over a little bit. And thank you to Wise and to Victor, two of our second producers, for catching that. Victor's my longtime engineer, for catching that. Got it straight. Now we're here. And then you do that to me. That's not the first. Wait a minute. I don't know which one's better that you caught me off guard. That one or the first time you did the City Fifth? Or the first time you did the LJPN? Matter of fact, folks, tell us in the comments section while we await the arrival of you-know-who. Tell us in the comments section which moment where I was caught off guard was better. Or when you did an impression of Smoke on the Water. I think that was the one that did.
Well, that's one that wiped all of us out. But yeah.
I think this one, the Hooked on Bronix ad, takes the cake. I believe that takes the cake even more than when you did Smoke on the Water. I did an impression of Smoke on the Water to introduce the trash list. When you wiped all of us out.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love Ryan's reaction. I approve all this. Dead. And then
again
paid for by the City Fifth. Dead again.
You know you're gonna have to add that part now. Paid for by the city. Paid for by the City Fifth. You know you're gonna have to add that now. You realize that, don't you?
Oh my
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan McCoffey. Wait a minute, Victor. We have our first answer. Victor says, "I would say the City Fifth was the hardest hitting one," and that's the first time he did it. Because I originally voiced the following as a presentation of the LJPN, and then you revoiced it, did a better job, and you know that's now the That's now the intro.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that got me the most when you did the City Fifth, when you queued it up and it started going, and everybody in the comments section, especially A Pizzle, starts reacting, and all you see from like 3 or 4 people is, "We going to church."
The church. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
I played that live reaction for Jody, in the comment section, and people saying we going to church, and Jody just got up and walked away. Jody got up and walked away and was like, "Oh hell no, I'm not doing this." She didn't even say turn it off that time. She just got up and walked off. But wait a minute. Got up, walked off, said, "I'm not doing this," came back, looked at about 30 seconds of it, and then started turning into Teddy Pendergrass. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh my heavens. The evil genius that is Cole Johnson, and y'all understand why he was my only call in terms of being my partner on this show. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna play a little, we're gonna have a little overtime. Question of the day: what was the one moment produced by evil genius Cole Johnson that knocked you out? We got a couple of answers. We'll read some more, and then we'll really put a bow on this puppy. A little overtime comes your way next. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. As part of the City Field. Oh my God, I can't believe I just say that. Back in the flash.
Nice. I love it.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
I go order a drink and I see that. I get up, I go to the bath. We had a break. Go to the bathroom. I go order a drink. I come back and I see that.
Oh man!
Thanks for covering the extra time too. I needed while I was ordering another.
Hey, no problem. My day is made.
You always know. I'm Ray Ray LJPN, and I approve all this. And you put that together in an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I give you 48 hours, and you're like, all I need is an hour, and bang, right there.
Oh my!
Wait. Victor Locke said the City Fifth, and this one had me dead. Well, how the hell do you think I feel right about now?
Oh my!
Ryan McCarthy, the debut of the City Fifth totally got me. If we ever do a best of live on the air, we're gonna have all these at the ready. You realize that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
We're gonna have all this.
Not all this. Oh my!
It's your fault. I got that in my head now. It's your fault. I got that in my head. All this.
Oh my!
I'm thinking that way when my wife and I move, and I start getting back into selling ads, for my games and such.
Right.
I'm like, all this. I'll just write it on a notepad. Well, what do I get if I get the ultimate package? All this. I won't present it that way, but that's what I'll be thinking. Thanks to you.
Hey, I'm glad to.
Salute to you.
Thank you. Glad to put some vernacular into you. I don't know what to say on that.
Shut up. Yes, you do.
Oh, yes.
And that was during Dueling Elements.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were finished. All this.
All this. Oh, gosh. When I look back at that one, it was all this, and then look at the screen.
You realize those are going to be 2 drops come tomorrow.
Look at the screen.
No, you got to say it right. Look at the screen, son. Look at the screen.
That's right. But that's why I began. Look at the screen.
Yep.
And then you hit him another minute. Said, look at the screen, son. Look at the screen. Oh my God!
I told you I've never heard a Southern Hood rat until you debuted that character, and I couldn't stop laughing then. I sure as hell can't stop laughing now.
And yeah, you seeing that?
Yes.
You seeing that and getting introduced to it. Imagine living in it. just like you could probably in reverse. Like if I were to see somebody who's a native Chicagoan, that it just makes you shake your head when you hear him speak, and you're like, "This is my existence ever since I was born." So
been there. Yep. Yep. Like I said, you went through it down in Houston. I went through it up in Chicago.
Yeah.
Two totally different vernaculars, and they're both wrong.
Both 100% wrong.
And they're both wrong. And they both make you look and go, "What the hell is this?"
Yep.
Oh gracious! But the way you embrace it and put it in character, genius.
Oh, thank you.
Absolute. It's absolute, man. When you can pick on something that you know to be true because you lived it, and introduce it to others, and they just start cracking up laughing, you're on to something. And when you introduce that character, good grief. Or as Mark Boyle puts it, good gracious.
I like that one too.
Like when Reggie Miller was going completely ham.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm going to sock you dead in your eye. I think we just got a clue of what's coming, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Then I will look. Like I said, we got some overtime to kill. Best damn producer in the Yep. Best damn producer in the business. Oops. That ain't the button I wanted. No, I can't do it. I can't do it from here. See, only Cole Johnson can take an idea that I made on the fly and turn it into the stuff of a legend. Well, yeah. I better take my glasses off now because I got the feeling for the next 25 minutes I'm going to be cracking up laughing.
Good. That makes me happy.
I'm doing this right now against my wishes, but in the throes of laughter. I'm going to I'm taking my glasses off now because I had the feeling when you put that screen up, I knew what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So hit it.
Ray Ray Center will not be televised at this time so that we can bring to you the following special presentation from LJPN.
So I realized.
Here it comes.
I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating, high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Welcome once again to the 65th Apostolic Tabernacle Apostolic Christian Baptist Pentecostal, whatever heck else, Church of the Chicken Wing, otherwise known as the City Fifth. I will tell you who I am later. Now, you're probably wondering, Pastor, why not the stained glass windows? We don't see pictures of your king adorning you from behind. Well, unfortunately, our church is going through a building fund, as you can see. As you can see at the top of the screen. You can donate to the building fund at hashtag, at $Snowman Dr. K50 or $Host Cole Johnson. And we can build back our church the way it's supposed to be. And we're going to get those vandals and bring them to justice. One of those dummies had the nerve when he threw that Molotov cocktail in the middle of a wonderful sermon. had the nerve to say this.
This coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out.
So for the life of me, I'm going to get that fan of that babyface assassin if it's the life of me. And now,
Stephen Curry to you.
Well, look, hey, I appreciate and I respect Curry. I like the dude. I do. It's just that the fan sucks.
Excuse me.
I said the fan sucks. Not all fans of him does. That one does.
Well, turn it off.
I couldn't turn off a guy who said, Curry, like he shot a brick through my stained glass window.
Well, that's okay, shooting bricks.
But the guy said, Curry. He didn't say blind man. LeBron. He didn't say that. Now, the assignment is underway right after.
This Braun Session Confession is brought to you by Braun Joy Juice. Braun Joy Juice, the ultimate joy juice of Braun sexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk.
Thank you for returning to the City Fifth. And now it's time for the day's sermon. All right, organist. Do your thing. Play it the way you know it's supposed to be played. And get down and get funky with it.
Oh, no.
Hit me! Now, today's sermon.
Yes?
It is greatness can be taught.
No, it can't.
Today's sermon is greatness can be taught. Preach, Pastor, and how? Hey. Now, during this little run that the Lakers have been having,
oh, God.
Mike Yang has been on the sideline.
Good.
And because of it, and because he's been on the sideline, his team has rallied. They went behind him. They're saying, we're doing this for Braun. And now they went from 13th place to 10th.
To what?
They went from 13th. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. They went from 13th place to 10th. And Mo is a rise. And in fact, they only 2 games when I understand. They're only 2 games from out of clinching a playoff spot, which would be the number 6 position for those who don't know how the NBA playoff seedings work. And see, I gotta make it work because you see, I get my money from Mike Yang because you all are fools wanting to talk about him all the time. And because of that, you all have made this man rich.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Buff Negro. Any clown that wants to interrupt your passer, you have full reign to simply slide on a Negro. Slide on him. Just chin check that fool and slide his carcass out of the church. Or in this case, the studio, since that Curry vandal decided to mess up the church.
Don't you come over here. I'll put a foot in your behind. Yeah, that's right. Go sit down behind your passer where you belong, fool.
Now, as I was saying. Now we here at the City Fifth, we don't believe in downing people like Ray Ray does. We don't believe in that. Buff Negro, you're off your job, son. Put that fool to sleep.
Oh, yeah?
I want to hear in about 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Now, as I was
3,
saying,
2,
Ray Ray.
1.
Now, as I was saying,
What?
greatness can't be taught. That's the focus.
What?
And Braun, he had to be fitted with a boot. And he is so cold with his game that he has a son in high school who scores 14 points, gives you 2 assists, gives you 5 dimes, and he can still make it to the McDonald's All-Star team.
Stop the cap.
Son, the passer don't lie.
I know.
The passer don't lie.
Oh, you mean this happened to Bronny?
The boys scored 14 points, pulled down 5 boards, gave you 2 dimes, and that qualified him. To be on the All-American McDonald's team.
What?
You heard what I said.
What?
You heard what I said.
What?
Mold him! Buff Negro. One more time. If you have to chin check those in the audio-visual booth, do it. Now.
What's the matter, Buffer? You no catch me.
Oh, Lord. So, that's one proof. One big proof that Bron didn't have to step a foot on the court. And he's influencing greatness. He said didn't have to step 1 foot on the court. And he influences greatness.
I'm getting too old for this.
And now, Chai McBride, get up a face side. Sit down, get on your 2 knees and pray. Mold him! Get on your knees, pray, and thank to the Lord that you have a career in Hollywood. Now,
You were finished.
mold him! Now, it's not just only his son Bronny, but the Lakers. He's been fitted with a boot. He's been fitted with a boot. And he's been had to sit on the sideline after he heard it pop the Sunday after the All-Star weekend. And his team then was in 13th place.
That ain't all that popped.
Listen to the miracle that I'm about to lay forth in front of you.
Why the you
Mold him! To the miracle that I'm laying out in front of you.
Why the
Mold him! Listen to the miracle that I'm laying out in front of you.
Why the
Mold him! Listen to the miracle that's being laid out in front of you.
Hey,
Hear how it goes.
Hey, what happened to the Windows?
Hear how it goes. Ever since that day, the Lakers was on 13th place.
That's where they're gonna wind up.
Now they're in 10th. And that's all due, yes, to Anthony Davis. It's all due to the new pickup, D'Angelo Russell. It's all due to the rest of the team picking up the slack. And it is due to Darvin Ham. And in fact, I'm going to that restaurant, Darvin Ham sandwiches, very soon after this sermon.
Ham. Oh, Ham.
Preach, Pastor. Hey, hey, hey. Now, it's due all in those parts, but it's due mostly to LeBron James.
Wrong.
I said it is due to LeBron James.
Why the
Mold him! And why is it due to him? All of that time, all of that tutelage, all of the grind that he has put forth. 20 years. Mold him! 20 years, Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Why the mold him?
20 years worth. And now it's being placed upon those younger chaps. And now they, the sergeants and the captains of the general that is, my king and your king.
Why the you mold him?
Now they're setting forth on a new course. They're going to go to the playoffs. And it's all due to LeBron healing from his boot. And they are going to be supercharged with that knowledge, with that tutor.
Why the you lying? Trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 trays.
Not for the sake of time, I won't do what Ray wants me to do. He wants to go through the trays lineup. I'm not going to do that today.
Why the you lying? Trays, 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 trays.
Unfortunately, those in the audiovisual booth, they are
trays, 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 trays. Why the you lying? Trays, 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 trays.
Now, you all know who's trays. You all know who Bron is a pace. However, Ray J, what the heck that guy's name said. And you know he passed the man he calls Carissa Adeligibilum. You don't have to go through that. I don't get my jollies off of that. I get my jollies off of improving lives with this.
Why the you lying?
Mold him! I improve lives with this.
Why the you
mold him? Because you see, life and death on the power of the tongue. And those who speak its fruit speaks its life. I breathe life into you. And so when I mold him, when I say LeBron is the truth and the way for you to improve and have a better life.
Why the
mold him? You better believe it, because through your donations, your tithe, I drive a Cadillac Escalade all throughout the neighborhood. I have a house on a lake that would make Joel Osteen blush. I should make Victoria blush even more, but that's besides the point. I have jets that would make Kendall Copeland and Creflo Dollar say, man, I need to get one of these. And that's because of all of you ignorant fools, you trolls, donating your money to this man. All of you. Your stupidity, your verbiage have made me rich.
Why the you
mold him? And it's all due to LeBron. Thank you, Bron.
Why the you lying? Trays, 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 trays.
Thank you, Bron. You're so wonderful. And that concludes the sermon. Greatness can be taught. I hope you can understand it. I hope you can ascertain it. I hope you can grasp on to it. Because greatness can be taught. All of you have greatness within you. It's just that your king has greatness in greater abundance. Follow him.
Why the you lying?
Mold him. Follow him and you will see why. He has done things such as past greats in the NBA, as ascending to earning all sorts of money, ascending to being worth $1 billion. That greatness is within you. It's just a little greater within him.
He's not worth $1 billion. Quit lying.
All I know is this. Every day every day because of LeBron. I get to do this on the regular.
Why the you?
Dance, son. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him.
What the
Ladies and
hell are
gentlemen.
you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, for you who are first-time guests, just simply settle in and just watch all of the spectacle. For those who are members of the city, fifth, if you feel so led to bring in the tithe into the church, remember, $ Tall Man Dr. K50 or $ Host Cole Johnson. The doors to the church are open. Will there be one? Come on down, because I am your pastor. The Right Reverend Dr. Bishop Cardinal Pastor Deacon Wissadella Wishes Jenkins. Wishing you Godspeed, God's blessings, and continued success. And LeBron continue to lead on the bench.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
And that's definitely a makeup from the time we missed earlier in the show when my mic wasn't working. Oh my heavens. You ain't got a lick of You had to invoke the building fund. You've got no sense. And I absolutely adore you for that.
Oh my gosh.
You ain't got a piece of sense.
Oh my gosh. The fundraising trope that never dies.
Right. The building fund. Anybody who's been in a church, B, a black church knows the building fund does not die. I've been in plenty of both.
It could be a brand new spanking church.
Just opened. Ribbon cutting ceremony earlier that week. What do you think the first thing they're going to advertise?
Oh my gosh.
What did Steve Harvey say? Don't tell me you ain't heard of the building fund at your church.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Look, I cried for most of those 20 minutes. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they are not big enough.
And they got to be bigger than the building fund.
Sure
Good
does.
Lord. Dream big, do bigger. We hope y'all are too. I'll be back in studio tomorrow. Thank you all very much for bearing with us, especially through overtime. We went dancing, we went to church, and now we're going to calm down. Have a great one, y'all. We'll do it tomorrow. So long, everybody. We're out of
This
here.
moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-CAT!